All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to CAGcast episode number 802. I'm your host, Cheapy here in Long Island, New York. And as always, we're joined by a man who wishes that Russian spies would just give him some money. Wombat.
They owe it to me.
What games would Russian spies want you to promote?
Is it Stalker? Isn't that the game?
Does that have Putin propaganda in it?
I think probably. And what was that game? Atomic Heart? Isn't that also Russian
Atomic
propaganda?
Hearts or something? With the robots.
Yeah, with the robots.
I don't know. That was pretty good, though.
Was it? Was it, though?
Or maybe I'm getting a little... not cutting you guys in.
Oh, I see. I understand now. Yes.
Comrade. You know what I'm saying, comrade?
Da. Game's good.
Yeah. Anyway, welcome to the show, everybody. Sorry to get so political this quick.
That's
Shipwreck.
all right.
I see Shipwreck's already turned off.
Yeah.
In Russia, atomics heart you.
Right.
Mhm.
Right, just put on some Bruce Springsteen in the background.
Bruce
headphones.
Yeah.
What are you listening to right now?
I'm listening to the Manic Street Preachers doing a cover of Been a Son.
Those are all made up words. What is that? Men at who? Men at work?
The Manic Street Preachers.
Manic Street Preachers. And what's the song?
It's a cover of a Nirvana song, Been a Son.
Oh. All right. Men at work? Is that what you said? I'm going to go with Men at Work.
Men at Work, fine. They might play it sometime during the episode as well.
Nice. All right. What have you guys been up to? It's been a week.
I know. I was off of work last week, but I didn't do much of anything.
Staycation.
But we staycationed. The kids. It was their week between camp and school, and we're like, oh, we'll do stuff with the kids all week. It'll be great. They made plans every day without us.
Of course, they don't want to hang out with you.
So, well, my daughter got work. She got a babysitting gig because it was the week between camp and school, and she got a 6-hour-a-day babysitting gig.
Wow.
3 days. And she made a couple of $100. So she was like, I'm going to make some cash.
So now you pay her rent now?
Yeah.
You pay the rent right to her?
Mm-hmm.
That's cool. Right. That's
Mm-hmm.
smart. It's smart. I mean, look, it takes a village.
Mm-hmm.
She's not making that money without your housing and your proximity to the other kid's house.
And, my son's on that marathon bike kick thing. So he would meet up with this same little group of friends and they would ride 27 miles a day. I don't understand that, but
so what they're doing is they ride 4 miles to the park. They smoke a big doink in the park, and they have this thing on the bike that makes the pedals go. Think that the app makes you think that they show you the app.
We could see where he's going.
Well, what they do is there's a service now where they bring you the weed.
Like an RC car that's driving.
A drone.
Drone.
They just load all of them back in the backside of a U-Haul.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly.
They just
I don't know,
drive the U-Haul.
I don't think I could do it. I don't know.
What, ride 26 miles on a bicycle?
Yeah, ride 26 miles on a bike.
Oh. I think you could. Over the course of how long? A day?
He does. I mean, he'll do it. It's 6 hours because they'll stop and get lunch and then they hang out for a little bit. But, it's still 26 miles of bike riding in a day,
which
is a lot.
To watch Foxy boxing.
Yeah, they stop at the strip club. Yeah, all those things. All those things that kids that like to go marathon bike riding are definitely
It's a front. They're delivering drugs.
There you go. No, because then he wouldn't ask me for money.
What's that? They still ask you for money?
He would stop asking me for money,
right.
and then
you would know.
That's when I'll be suspicious.
Right, smart.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool. It hurts my balls when I ride a bike for any length of time. I find it very uncomfortable.
He did join cross country track though, because he wants to be just like Uncle Shipwreck. Mm-hmm. So that's his goal.
It's a fine sport.
Yep. Yes.
Only for the hardiest of men and women.
I still remember the advice that Shipwreck told me every time I'm on the treadmill at Orange Theory. He says, swing your hands through your pockets. the only thing that I know how to do. That's the only. I mean, that's the only advice I've ever been given. Running on a treadmill. So that's what I focus on, and breathing.
Yeah, it's good.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
good not to have too much going through your head at the same time. So
Right, breathing every like 3 steps. I try to like breathe in, and then breathe out, and swing the hands.
Mhm.
What do you do on the treadmill? What do you think, Wombat?
I think don't die. Don't die.
What do you do with your hands though?
It depends. Sometimes I do the pump. You're
You're power walking though, right?
I'm at like a good 4 miles per hour now. So it's like it's considered the lowest of run, but it's also considered the top of walking. So I don't know.
Wait.
No,
you know
no,
whether
no,
you're
no,
walking or running. Like I
Yeah.
know that
It's
the
a brisk
machine
walk.
doesn't know, but
Yeah, it's a brisk
you're
walk.
walking, right?
It's a
Okay.
brisk, yeah.
If you're
But I'll
short,
have I set the incline to between 6 and 8.
right? That's a lot of incline.
Yeah, I do steep incline at low speed. So it's the arm movement, and sometimes if the incline gets a little too much, I do have to hold on so I don't fall down because
It's steep.
Yeah, because it's steep.
When do you think you're going to switch to running? And
I don't know. It's not like I'm not getting
it's not about
results.
liking it. It's about torturing yourself.
Exactly. What do
Doesn't the
you
coach try to like get you to like hurt yourself?
My coach just wants me to use heavier weights more than anything else.
Okay. Yeah, I
That's
see that.
yeah. Like he basically, it's like, hey, but when he asked me how much more weight I want to lose, and I gave him the number, and he said, well, when you do that, then we're going to switch up the weights you use so you can start gaining some more muscle.
Oh, okay.
So we're not quite there yet. I haven't hit my goal weight yet. Although I did buy a pair of 36 waisted jeans, and I felt like the greatest guy in the world. So
Nice.
yeah. A year ago at this time, I was a size 40. So,
That's a lot more.
Yeah, that's 4 inches. 4 inches, right? Isn't it an inch? Each thing's an inch. Isn't that how that works? Yeah. So there you go.
Nice.
It's the first time you want a man to lose 4 inches.
Bull's collar. I have big news from the courthouse of Nassau County. I fought my stupid parking ticket that I got from the Passport parking app. So fuck you, Passport parking, and your stupid app that when you buy it, you pay for your parking, you can still get a ticket anyway somehow. But I wasted like over 2 hours of my life so I didn't have to pay the ticket. And there's no other way to do it. That's some bullshit. I feel like I should sue somebody. Who can I sue about that?
Passport parking.
Small claims court?
Yeah, for the time.
But I have to
What you have to
prove
do
that
is you have to figure out how much money you would normally make in an hour. Double that,
$0.
obviously.
What's 0 times 2?
That I believe is 56. And then,
Right.
yeah.
It's not fair that the onus is on me, the person who actually paid the fucking parking, to have to go now and spend 2 hours of my life. And as soon as I got to the prosecutor window, they call you up. It's just like a bank, right? With tellers, except it's prosecutors across instead of bank tellers. So they're like, David Abrams, prosecutor 4. And you go up there and like, what happened? I paid for the parking with the Passport app, and I got a ticket anyway. She looks at it, and I handed out the printout of the receipt and everything. She looks at it. She goes, "I'll have you out of here soon." And then, I waited like 45 minutes already. Have you out of here soon. Wait for another 45 minutes, and then drive home 25 minutes. All that shit.
Prosecutor lost another case.
I mean, it's more like, oh, this again. Like, let me sign this, and then you're gonna have to wait for this to be processed, and then you can leave eventually. It's just annoying, and I don't like it. And I wonder if any of our listeners have received a ticket when paying for an app, parking through an app, and got a ticket anyway, or it's just the fine folks at Passport who managed to do this.
I want to see the leaderboards behind the desk there of all the prosecutor tellers.
In terms of what? Like guilty?
How many cases they're winning here? Like versus losing. Like I think that's got to be going on back there. Just like
I don't know what's going on. I feel like they decide at the window, they're deciding whether or not there's going to be a case, right? Like you can tell the person, like, look, when you show them, obviously you have the receipt that you paid for the parking. They're like, they're going to dismiss the case. But if they're like, no, this is bullshit or whatever, you don't have a good reason, we're going to have a case, or, then you have to actually go somewhere besides the bank teller. I don't think they do the case at the at the teller window. That's what I'm saying. Anyway, not only that it was that annoying, the whole thing seemed very racist in that, like, the racial makeup of the people in the paying, there to like fight their tickets was not the racial makeup of the town. So that seems like some extra bullshit, added bullshit there. So fuck you, everybody. What else is going on? What else? You guys up to anything else or anything?
I went to a Green Day concert. You're to Green Day?
I do know them. That's a real band, unlike, well, Men at Work, I guess is real.
Was it a holiday?
They played that, yes. So it was Green Day with Smashing Pumpkins, Rancid, and the Linda Lindas.
This is me smiling politely.
And so Green Day, it's the 30th anniversary of Dookie, and the 20th anniversary of American Idiot. Which I don't know which one makes you feel older when you learn those
30.
two things.
Both those things make me feel very old.
I felt older when I knew like American Idiot was like 20 years old, because that's like their new stuff.
Yeah, to me
Right?
that's second wave Green Day.
Right. And so they played both of those albums like front to back as part of the set, like and a couple other hits like
Sure.
thrown in. So they're really good still.
No.
But it's funny to watch the crowd because like you can tell like the age of everyone there, and it's two different waves, right? Like because they played through Dookie in its entirety, and everybody like my age is like singing along to all the Dookie songs.
You're
like,
biting your lip, you're closing your eyes.
Right, like the entire album, right? Like front to back, like that was on just like repeat play there. And then it gets to the like American Idiot stuff, and I'm like, I don't remember like most of these songs. I've heard this album several times, but everybody, like the people next to us, which were like, I don't know, 10 years younger or so, are like, who weren't singing all the Dookie songs, are now suddenly singing all these American Idiot songs that I do not know, but I know like the hits from
like
that
American Idiot.
Like American Idiot, yes. I was familiar with that one. But it was a good show. It was at the Red Stadium, and so there was a lot of people there.
Right. Were people well behaved?
They were. Yeah. I mean,
so does Green Day close, or is it Green Day then Smashing Pumpkins?
Oh no, it's definitely Green Day. Like Green Day plays for like 2 hours, and Smashing Pumpkin plays like for 45 minutes or something.
Oh, okay. So it's Smashing Pumpkins. They just play the hits, and
they just play the hits, and then a couple of the like the newer songs. You're like, no on, Billy.
I did have to pee. Thanks, Billy.
Right? Come on, Billy. Like yeah, show. Like they played all the hits. They did not play their cover of Landslide. That was like the only one. I'm like, oh, okay, that was their one radio song that they didn't play. But you got your share of rock, and
they have to pay Stevie Nicks whenever they play Landslide in concert. So they're probably like, screw that.
Right. But I don't know. Billy Corgan, he seemed like he wanted to be there. Cool. He dedicated a song to Joey Votto, so he knew where he was at. He was singing all the lyrics. Didn't seem angry. So.
He has some funny TikToks. I'll give him that.
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
Hey, he's got a medical condition.
Yes, he does. He also has some funny TikToks.
Yeah. And then Rancid played like
he
5
does.
songs.
He has like rosacea or something like that. So the skin condition.
That doesn't count.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then Rancid played like 5 or 6 songs because their songs are only like 2 minutes each. And those are very clear. Like they had their hits as well, right? Like
they're Ruby Soho. Is that Rancid?
That's Rancid. Ruby Soho, and Time Bomb.
No, that's Real Big Fish, right?
Sellout's Real Big Fish.
So it's
Yes.
Real Big Fish. Sorry.
Yeah.
I
They had
apologize.
Time Bomb, Ruby Soho, and one other one that I'm forgetting, where they could clearly like write like hit songs and they knew how to write hit
Mhm.
songs. But then the rest of their stuff is just like the music they like to play that's like not got real strong like chorus or anything to it. And I'm like, oh, I respect that. They made their living on like these 3 songs. They sold 1 million copies or whatever of Out Come the Wolves, and that was them, and they're still like touring to this day.
Why not?
Yeah.
I love the wolves. Sorry. Wombat, have you heard of Bathhouse? The new bathhouse in the Flatiron District?
No, but I don't go into the city, so.
But you could. This could be an opportunity for you and your wife to have a nice experience. Click on that link there and look at the pictures.
I'm afraid.
What do you mean? No. They opened this nice bathhouse in the like the middle of the city that is like really modern inside. It reminds me of like something you'd see in Asia. Like you can pay like $50 and you can hang out there all day, and you know they have like the cold plunge, the hot pool, the super hot pool, the sea pool. You can get massages, shit like that. Mrs. Cheapy likes that stuff, so she wanted to do it. And I was going to come into the city for something, so we went there. And we're hanging out in the... Did you look at the pictures?
I did. See, here's my problem with something like this.
Go on.
So it seems like I would have a nice relaxing afternoon if I were to do that.
But
I don't want to travel an hour on the Long Island Railroad, get relaxed, and then have to travel another hour on the Long Island Railroad, because then all the relaxation goes away.
No, but the key is you don't do it during rush hour. It's like if you have a day off or something, you can come in. You know, you take the train back at like 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the afternoon. It's very relaxing. Nobody's like sitting next to you, all that shit. Anyway, did you see the pictures of it?
Yes, it looks very nice.
It looks very nice. So I went there with Mrs. Cheapy, and we're sitting in like the hot pool, and I say to Mrs. Cheapy, we should, let's sit on this side of the tub of the pool because we can do some good people watching. It'd be very interesting to see the people come in. It's like the middle of the day on like a Friday or something. And literally 10 seconds after I say that, this woman walks in with like the most insane body. A young woman, it looks like, and then you look at the pictures in there, you see like the lighting in there, how it's like, it looks like you could film a movie in there. Like it's like, spotlighting, dark. This woman walks in and she's wearing like the teeniest bikini, like thong bikini, right? And literally it's right after I said we should sit here so we can people watch. And I'm like, oh my God, this is so funny. The woman walks over to like a bench to put her phone down or some shit. As she's doing it, she drops whatever she has in her hand. Like you can't really quite see, but she drops it underneath like the fucking chair. And so now she's completely bent over. She's wearing like literally like floss. The lighting, it's like Jessica Alba in like a Jessica Alba movie. Blue something. What was the surfing movie?
Sure, Blue Crush.
Right, Blue Crush. Right. I'm like, this is all happening like just, and the place is pretty empty. And I'm like thinking like, this is fucking crazy that this is happening right now. And I'm like looking at Mrs. Cheapy. She's looking back at me and smiling. And I thought like, this is just like some crazy thing that just wild happened. Anyway, so I've been thinking about this, like, of course, like since it happened, and thought it was like a really big deal. Right before we went on the show, I went to Mrs. Cheapy, like, do you remember when we saw the girl in the thong at the bathhouse and everything? And like how crazy it was when she bent over right in front of us? And she's like, what? I was like, what do you mean? Like, we looked at each other and like you saw like us smiling. She's like, oh yeah, like I didn't even like really think about it. I saw that you liked it, but like I really didn't, think anything of it. I was like, oh man. Anyway, you should go to bathhouse. That's the point. And sit where you can see people. But there's a lot of like people like me too who you don't want to look at, so you don't have to feel like self-conscious.
Okay,
I'm very hairy. Like I don't want people. The lighting is low there, so if you don't want to be seen, you know,
You're more of the looker than the looky.
yeah.
is
I'm
what you're
just trying to
saying.
help people out. Like,
Right.
you know, like I'm not
You
shaving
need
my
people
back.
there at a place like that to be the lookers. Like,
Correct.
that's part of the ambiance.
There's people who paid good money to have their backs shaved or waxed or whatever, and it wasn't me. So
Right. You want to show that it was worth their money.
of course,
to have that done.
and I'll keep my back to the wall, and I will look at their hairless backs and bodies, and I'll stay in the dark part. They had the best shower that I've ever taken in my life, though. Have you ever been in a shower that has a touch screen to control the shower where you can set the exact temperature and then also choose which fixtures the water is coming out of? They have like the rain one is the standard one, but they also have them built into the wall.
Okay.
Sorry, they do. What is this?
They have them built into the wall. I'm not jerking off people standing next to me. No, they're actually on the same side, and you choose them on the touchscreen. And yeah, that was a good shower. I think like even if you just want to spend $50 to take the best shower you ever took in your life, you can have that option at this place. By the way, like I'm not getting paid for this at all. It's a reverse sponsorship again, where I've paid them money.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So yeah, that's Bathhouse. If you want to see some like one hot chick. All right, let's do some show feedback. That's enough talking.
All right. Yeah. So this is because we did 2 shows. We dropped 2 shows at the same time. This is from our live show 800. MD Polaris had to say that the kids' cameo was awesome. No question that they are our kids in a good way. So, you know, it's nice to get complimented on our progeny, I guess.
They're saying they like the kids.
They like the kids.
They like us and the kids, our kids.
Yes. Mm-hmm. So
Me too.
we did a good job with kids, maybe? I don't know.
I agree with everything positive. Yeah.
Sure.
Maybe they'll do a show together at some point. They threatened to do that.
Yeah, maybe. It would be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ty's
I think,
busy,
you
though.
know.
Ty's busy applying to colleges and annoying me.
Yeah, I know. Because every now and again, my daughter will tell me that Ty gets back to her. It'll be like 5 days, and there'll be some random response to something that she sent him like 5 days
Right.
prior.
Think how long it takes him to get back to me.
I know.
I'm
I was
right
gonna
here.
say, and I know he likes her, so you know.
Right. Yeah, he's a lot more popular than I was. That's for sure.
It's fair. It's fair.
He likes interacting with people. It's interesting to see.
Mhm.
I hid in my room. I still do. And at the table tennis club.
My daughter plays a varsity sport, and my son just joined track. I don't know whose kids they are because I didn't do any of those things.
What's the other show feedback?
Sure. Oh, my mic just got all weird. Did you hear that?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Got all staticky.
Puberty.
Joe 19912 has to say, watching Cheapy patio fall was just the encouragement I needed to install another app. So worth it. I don't know what that means as far as what app he installed.
I said I posted it on Threads. It was a Threads exclusive.
Oh,
It was a
okay.
little joke. But
I just wanted to see how you were feeling. So.
Oh, fine. I had my leg turned like a really cool shade of yellow and purple and blue. And the other one was just scraped up, but it didn't stop me from any of my physical activities.
Excellent. Good to hear. That's all. Just
Thank you
checking
for
in
asking
on your
about
health.
my injuries.
Yeah, that was it.